Hey guys, today on Average Reviews from an Average Guy, we're going to be looking at the Fender Smart Capo. Alright guys, and welcome to another Average Review. So today we're looking at the Fender Smart Capo, or Capo if you prefer. Now Fender say that this is a lightning quick change capo, built for electric 6 strings and acoustics with a slight radius. Now, I don't really play electric, so we'll be trying this out on an acoustic. It's very small, very lightweight. It's made out of plastic, which half impresses me and half worries me, because I'm always worried when things are completely plastic about how long they're going to last in the gigging world. Time will tell on that one. Now, the idea is that it's a one-handed seal and release mechanism. So to put the capo on, we squeeze at this end, and to release it, we squeeze at that end. And that's it. Nice and simple. There's not really anything else to say. It is a capo and it might work. So let's whack it on the guitar and see how it does. Okay, so there we go. Now, as you can see, on the acoustic, it does what it says it's going to do, in that you can change it with one hand. Lightning quick, Not so much. It's still a little bit fiddly because of the design. It's a great design, but lightning quick is definitely not the way forward. I think for lightning quick you want a Thalia Capo. I've not found a better one yet. Also on the steel string, sometimes it was struggling to find the balance in order to secure all of the strings down. You had to be very precise about where you are on the frets, which is fine. You want to be doing that with a capo, but for the quick change capabilities, it doesn't work so well. And trying to get this thing to work on the first fret just didn't happen. I could not take the pressure of the strings, the force of the strings, sorry, and it was just buzzing all over the place. But then on the nylon, completely different story. Those lovely soft strings meant that this thing was in its element. You can move up and down the neck quickly, and it secured the strings very firmly, very well, kept tuning throughout. So I would imagine that on an electric, you're going to have a very similar effect to the nylon in that this thing is going to work. Pros and cons. Pros. It's a one-handed change capo, which means you don't have to do that fiddly fiddle fiddle. And it's especially useful if you do need to change position during a song, or if you have lots of different songs where you're using a capo in different positions. It's just a lot easier to just use that one hand and swap it out. It's unobtrusive on the guitar. It's very small, very sleek, and it looks very neat. I don't like big capos with things sticking out of them, and you're fighting for position, and the capo always wins. It just looks messy and it feels messy, and this thing does neither. It's absolutely unobtrusive and sits out of the way, neat and tidy. It's very light and compact, which means you can throw it into your gig bag, you can throw it into your guitar case, your breast pocket, jean pocket, coat pocket. You've always got it with you, it's not in the way. Grab it when you need it, you're ready to go. When you place it on the guitar, the pressure that you're putting down is giving you the amount of clamp you need, which means it's adjustable for different guitars up to a point. So using it on the steel string, using it on the nylon string, I was applying different pressure each time. And it is inexpensive. Capos range from very little to very lots, and this one sits in the very little range. I'm a big fan of things that don't cost much and do what they're supposed to do. Cons. It's made out of plastic. I don't know how long it's going to last out on the road. Now, I have other capos that are just made of metal, and I've dropped them, spilled drink in them. I think I could probably throw it against the wall or stamp on it and it will still work fine, whereas this thing, I'm scared about dropping it in case it smashes. Now, this doesn't mean it's made poorly or it's flimsy. It feels very solid, but it is plastic, and there's only so much you can do with hard plastic. The positioning on the steel string needs to be very precise. It does struggle with my guitars, the ones that I have. They do have a 16-inch neck radius, so it's probably a bit more than the capo is built for. However, you need to be aware that on certain acoustics this thing will not work, and you saw I could not get the first fret down at all. It would just not take the pressure of the strings. Swap to the nylon and it's a completely different story. It hugs the strings, it makes them sing. Worked wonders on the nylon, and I would imagine that on an electric guitar it would do a very similar thing and work absolutely fine. Just keep in mind, steel string struggles a little bit. The quick change mechanism can be a bit fiddly. It's not a simple click change. It's pushing the exact right position, and then release in the exact position and then try and balance it and get it onto your guitar. It's a little bit fiddly. I found that the more I was using it, the more I was getting used to it. So maybe over time it will be just as quick as changing one of my other capos. I don't know. Time will tell. But be aware, it's not just click click. It's got a bit of a fiddle to it, but not much at all. And that's it, really. You know, it still does what it says it will do. It doesn't work on the acoustics, but it never claims it was going to work on the steel string acoustics. For the price and the neatness, the one hand capabilities, I quite like it. I love it on the nylon. In fact, it's probably going to become my designated nylon capo from this point on. And that's really all there is to say about it. I mean, it's a capo or capo, and it capos or capos your guitar. Okay, guys, so that was the Smart Capo from Fender. Let me know what you think about it down there in the comments. And are there any capos that you love that I need to know about? There are so many out there, and I've only tried a few. So if you've got a favourite, let me know. And if there's ones that I need to avoid, oh, please let me know. Yeah, just hit me up. Hit me up. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been Simon from Tomorrow Bird, just an average guy giving you an average review. Till next time.